Àbọ̀rúbọyè o, àbọ̀yè bọ́ ṣíṣẹ́, àṣèbá lára, àṣèbá jèrò, àṣèbá ọ̀rọ̀gún ilé ìlá, àṣèbá àwọn babaláwo tó ṣíwájú, àṣèbá àwọn ìyá nífá, àṣèbá àwọn irúnmọlẹ̀ pátápátá, àṣèbá ọkùnrin àtobìnrin, àtúnṣèbá àwọn ìyá ọ̀pákẹ́ àlàkẹ́ arógbáṣọ mábàlẹ̀, àṣèbá pátápátá fún Ọ̀rúnmìlà bàbá Gbọ́nírègún, ìbà Ògúnlákayé ọ̀ṣìn ìmọ̀lẹ̀ olómi ńlé fẹ̀jẹ̀wẹ̀ òláṣọ ńlé fìmọ̀ kímọ̀ búra, ìbà Ṣàngó olúkòso àyàrá iná, iná lójú iná lẹ́nu abàkàdà yẹ̀rìyẹ̀rì, ìbà Ọ̀ṣun ṣẹ̀ǹgẹ̀ṣẹ́ olóòlà ìrùn, ìbà Èṣù láàlú òkèrè òkò, ọ̀bẹ́lẹ́kún sunkún kẹ́rù ọ̀bẹ́lẹ́kún, ẹlẹ́kún sunkún láàróyè ń ṣẹ̀jẹ̀. Ìbà gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ wa lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ yìí, ìbà rèé fáwọn tí wọ́n mọ̀ gbọ́ wa níwájú venerations to our ancestors. We ask that their energy, as it was in the beginning, manifest again amongst us and through us, that the universe will open up the wealth of wisdom for all of us to be gods indeed without approval from anyone. Kibati wako sheu. I will be opening today's teaching titled Who is the I Am? With an allegory. It is a joke that I always say to buttress my point. But before we continue, let's do the sound check together. Can you hear me clearly? Am I audible? Is it freezing? If you can hear me, please do let me know. Apologies that we cannot bring the visual up because of the network issue that we've been encountering here. So we are going to manage the audio, and possibly we would stick to the audio for some time, except when we have a good network. A certain man wanted to travel, and he was going to go by flight. Before he traveled, he encountered some frustration at home. His wife picked quarrel with him. He wanted the wife to give him okra soup, but the wife decided to give him vegetable soup. And as an African man with his ego, he started throwing tantrum. African men throw the highest tantrum you will ever see because of their upbringing. They are too exposed to being called kings, head, master, lord, that when you try to level up with them, they ask you this kind of question as if they are better than African women or any other man out there. He was really angry. This woman, I've told you several times, I don't like vegetable soup. I only like okra. And you know I'm traveling. I won't be home for so many months. Why would you give me what I don't like? And the wife said, sorry, husband, you have to manage this. And he started saying, when you are going to apologize to me, you are not on your knees. Why are you treating me as if you don't know who I am? And the wife said, who are you? She's had it all. And the guy said, are you trying to tell me that you don't know who I am? And the wife walked out because he could not beat her. Really, that's out of it. He decided to storm out of the house, thinking that if he refused to eat the food, Then the heavens will fall. Unfortunately for him, nothing happened. Heaven did not fall. So he left. He went on his way to the airport. And on his way to the airport, a certain man who is in a rush, trying to answer call to duty, was driving roughly and bashed him from behind. And this same man came down and started asking, "Do you know who I am? How dare you bash my car?" The same man, because when you started off with an energy that is negative, especially when it is when the person responsible for that energy in you is your woman, you may not have a good day. My Oluwo taught me something. He said, "Ọdẹ tó roko lọlẹ̀ pa ẹran tó mẹ́ran bọ̀ nígbẹ́ àti ilé ni ló ti pa á lọ." That a hunter that goes to the forest to kill a game that comes back home with animals did not kill that game in the forest. He killed the game at home. And I asked, "Baba, what do you mean?" He said, "When a man leaves home and he refused to appease the energies of the mothers, either through his wife, through his daughters, through his mother, through his companions or partner that are women, he may find it so difficult to succeed in life." So when a man truly wants to know the secret to success, he must constantly be at the feet of women, learning from them all of the time. And so, because this particular man started off on a wrong note, another man bashed him, and he was like, "Oh, he couldn't wait." He came down from his car, went into the driver's side of this other car, and gave the man a dirty slap. The man came down unknowingly to this, our mister. The man whom he slapped is an army officer, not ordinary army officer, but a general in the army who was running to catch a duty. Please hit the like button and be as free as possible in the comment section. Be visible in the comment section. And the man took this other man, put him in his boot, took him to the barracks, and they gave him the return of Mr. Spider, beating everything that is good out of him. How dare you slap? I'm a general. Remember when he came down from his car, what he was asking is, "Do you know what? Who I am?" After a lot of pleading, he was allowed to go. Now he has missed his first flight, the second schedule, and he met the third schedule. When he got to the counter, because his day is wrong, he was in a hurry trying to get on the other flight so he doesn't miss his destination, with all his face filled up with wound, his body sore. He spoke to this lady at the counter. "Can you hurry? I missed the first flight. I missed the second one. I don't want to miss the third one. Can you hurry? Can you see I'm in pain?" And the woman was, "Can you take your turn? Go back and kill." He wouldn't have it. And he started asking the same question for the first time. "Do you know what? Do you know who I am?" Immediately, the woman heard that word, "Do you know who I am?" She picked up the phone by her side. and call the security guys and say, we have one more mad person at the port today. Hurry up to take him to where he belongs. In a jiffy, the security guys came, bundled our brother into a van, and he woke up the second day tied down in a psychiatric bed. He couldn't make his journey. He left his house messy. He took a punch and some blows on the way, and is an honorary member in a psychiatric hospital. For who I am. Welcome to the broadcast today. My name is Baba Yoba, and we are going to be talking about who is the I am. It is a question that was turned into an idol, an idol that was turned a religion that became a tool of oppression, a question that you and I could resolve within ourselves. Unfortunately, those who do not know who they are accept the definition given to them by what who they are not. I say this I say those who do not know who they are accept any definition of who they are not by someone else. Let's put it that way. Coming from the perspective of intellectual beings, which all of you are, all of you, every single one of you listening to me right now, you'd realize that the most common question and the most common way for you to address yourself is to start with the word or the letter I. I. Either you are in pain, you use the word I to express your pain. Either you are enjoying, you use the word I to express your joy. If you want to introduce yourself, you start with the word I. I am Baba Yoba. But you focus on Baba Yoba and you forgot that I said that I am the I am. Are you with me? If you can hear me clearly, if you are even enjoying this better than the visual, can I get your yes? Please share with your friends and family. Press the subscribe button if you are joining us afresh, and also like the video. You focus so much on Baba Yoba that you forgot that what I simply said to you was that I am the I am. There is no me outside me. I am who I am. No story, no explanation, no addition. I am all sufficient within me. No query, no investigation, no approval from you needed, no accolade needed from you. I am Baba Yoba. Do your worst. I am who I am. The question of who is this I am is subjected to your interpretation of who you think that you are. There is no other addition needed after I have told you that I am happy. When I say that I am happy, I am saying I do not need something extra from you to increase my level of happiness. I stated a complete statement telling you that I am happy. The highest I want from you is okay. When I say that I am sad, I have plainly told you that I am responsible for the feeling that I have right now to become unsad, to become joyful. I have also simply stated in that statement that it is also my responsibility, not yours. A lot of us take upon ourselves burden laden more than we are configured to bear. And we break down so easily trying to fix everyone's happiness, everyone's joy, everyone's need, everyone's greatness, everyone's knowledge that we lose ourselves at every point in time. You must realize that only those who know who they are can share what they have become with others. I am great. There is nothing you can do to change that statement of fact that I have decided that greatness is the only thing that I will focus on. I am all right. Does not need your additional effort or lesser effort to change what I feel. We unfortunately now live in a system or society that subject our own definition of what we feel, who we are, what to become to the approval of someone else. And so the Romans knew this, the Greek knew this when they created a Yahweh for you to become the I am. It is a robbing, a stealing, a boggling, a displacement, a shortchanging of your originality, where you constantly look outside of you for what is inside of you. And then when you become great, you think greatness is a circumstances of chance. Greatness is an opportunity or privilege. You now live in a state of mind where when good things happen to you, you say, it is by the grace of I am, when you should take credit for it. This is why in African spirituality, when you are given incantation, rite, sacrifice, whatever spiritual activity to do, you are required to speak your name into it. Oh, a máa pè mí lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá. I am so so the so 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 of so so so. I become the one this will happen to today. You create your own reality. That moment that you realize that that you are who you are. Are you with me? Who is the I am should not be a subject of discussion naturally if it had not become a monumental virus in the mindset of billions of humanity today, where people become alien to themselves. We constantly are crazy about the UFOs. We constantly are expecting the coming of a Jesus. And if Jesus is the Christos, if Jesus is the Christ, and I'm telling you today that you are that Jesus, you are that Christ, you are that God. We listen to people who do not believe in the concept of reincarnation, however, want us to believe in the concept of the second advent or second coming. I think it's even better with audio. We live, believe, follow, bow, and accept people who do not believe that you can come again, but want you to hang your faith, FATE, on the second coming. While Jesus is waiting to come the second time for the past 2,000 years, you have been here multiple times than you can count. While Jesus is struggling to sneak out of heaven, while Jesus is struggling to find his way through the backyard of Yahweh and come down to the earth for the past 2,000 years, you have been here more and more and more times than you can remember. While Jesus, in the company of Yahweh and Allah and Buddha and Horus and all of these that you bow to today, they are struggling to feed the over 5 million people hungry in Yemen today. You can just send money and get them fed. While Jesus, Yahweh, and all are constantly finding it difficult to heal the sick, you, this you are, you have built medical laboratories, medical hospitals, medical equipment, and you have healed the most dangerous infection that ever faced mankind. You are who you are. You are simply beyond the words of others. The subject of I am can only be validated by who you are or who you think you are. Jesus, Yahweh, Allah, whatever, call it. They said they are God of love. And in their name, the United States of America kill people in Middle East in the name of Allah. The Middle East is bombing people in Africa and America. In the name of Buddha, Gautama Buddha, wherever you are, the yogi, name it. The system of caste is prevalent in India today. In the name of everything apart from yourself, our world never experienced a single atom of love. But look at you. Look at how much ability you have to love without expecting back a return. Look at how much excessive love you have shared so far, so good. See how you lay down your life. See how you lay down your money for a woman or a man simply because you fell in love with them. Yahweh took your money. Jesus took your money. Allah constantly take from you, and they don't have enough, but you keep giving. If there is anyone worthy of being called the, see how you well-being became your number one priority. Look at you human beings and how you gave your livers away to one another. Look at how you gave your kidneys away to one another. Look at how you gave your houses away to one another. Look at how you share your clothing with one another. Look at how you put the food on the table of one another. Something Yahweh, Allah, God cannot do. When your thought should not go beyond you. Who are you? Is a statement and a question of responsibility. As long as you are not willing to take responsibility either for yourself or for those around you, you are nothing. You are a nobody. So when you say, do you know who I am? You need to back up that question by what you are. It is not a question you ask people. It is a question you ask yourself. It is a provocation of what you truly are. In African spirituality, which I practice, I don't know what you practice. It is an aberration for you to bow down to the so called ancestors. Ancestors are men, women like you. And you want to know why? The ancestors are you. This is why, when the concept of worship comes into a play, the probability of slavery is not far fetched. I tell you what, everyone that has ever become something fantastic in our world started off by solving that particular question. This question not only bring about the need for you to take responsibility, it also install in you what is called confidence. For with confidence, there is nothing the universe can withhold from you. When you need to look up to me for who you are, the bridge between you and where you are going to has been taken off. That bridge is confidence. The only bridge and the vehicle between what you want to become and where you are is confidence. Only those who know that they are who they are who they have become, they are who they choose to be, can get to their final destination. You are not Jesus. And so it is going to be myopic, low level, stinking for you to ask, who do men say I am? Because when you refer to, I don't know when Jesus became God, but when you refer to Jesus as God and you say God is I am the I am, and this same Jesus is asking people who follow him that who do men say I am? This is an example of a person needing external accolade for internal satisfaction. Being successful starts with you knowing that you are not going to be successful, you are a success. So when you speak to people about what you are or who you are, you don't say, I will be, you say, I am. You can see the difference. See, you need to know when and how to make decree in the universe. You don't say, I will be happy. You say, I am happy. Is this what you will become, or this is what you are? Remember, if you enter the bus or the aircraft of becoming, you may be on that journey for the rest of your life. Do you say to people that I will be happy? When people ask you, are you all right? Do you say, I will be all right? Or you are the definition of being all right? If it is easy for you to look in the mirror and say, man, I am handsome, I am beautiful, I am tall, I am dark, I am intelligent. Don't you think it does not require extra breath for you to also say, I am God? For the second I am is a filling the gap. What are you putting there? I am what I am. I am that I am. I am what I am. What are you? What are you? Are you a slave to Yahweh or Allah? Are you a servant of a God that is not you? Are you a follower or a leader? Every great thing in life, apart from your mental space, begin to manifest from your booker space. Your booker space is your mouth. What are you buffering out of your spirituality into this atmosphere? For any man who have chosen to ask about himself from someone else is not fit to live. I am what I am. I do not need your approval. I do not need your acceptance. I do not need your addition. I do not wait on you. I am what I feel, believe, know that I am. Ojú ọ̀run sì rèé tẹ́jẹ́ fò láì fara kanra. How would you feel knowing that you can become everything you say you are, but you did not, simply because they are too sacred for you to utter on your deathbed? It is not the torment of hell that will make you cry, because you will and may cry if you don't listen to what I say to you today. It is not the joy of paradise and the serenity of heaven that makes you smile, because you will smile if you listen to my word today. It is what you have defined yourself to be and how much courage you have built as a bridge between where you are and where you ought to be. You can be everything that you have said you will be without waiting on the approval of another. The problem of mankind is that we constantly think we can do all that we desire. And so they gave us a song in church. And they ask us, cannot do without you. I can do without you. I cannot do without you. Jesus, I cannot do without you. I can do without you. I cannot do without you. Jesus, it is a lie. You can do without Jesus. You can do everything without Him. You can achieve your dreams without Allah and Yahweh. You can do everything you choose to. You can be everything you want to be. You can go places. Oh, yeah. Constantly, you are required to downsize your ability. You are required to downgrade your capability. You are required to douse yourself and your current. You are told to be nothing except you have been given approval from nothing else. And you know who gives this approval? It is your imam. It is your sheikh. It is those people who are Yahweh's administrator. So they ask you to say, fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench the thirsty of my soul. You will die of thirst. Keep waiting. Keep lifting a cup up, because in the natural world, a cup is used to fetch water. You don't lift a cup up to be filled up. You do not lift a cup up to be filled up. You use a cup to fetch. And while you're saying that you will lift up our eyes to the hill from whence cometh moment your help, that your help come from the Lord, you need to ask a question about where your help comes from. I say your help is coming from under Bridge Ikeja or is coming from Afghanistan. Those who have chosen to lift their heads up, looking for where their helps will come without helping themselves, they wait forever and they put their life in jeopardy. Those who have become monumental in life were not looking up to the hills. They were climbing the hills. They were surmounting the mountains ahead of them. They were climbing it over and leaping from one edge, cliff, peak of one mountain to another. They are not lifting their eyes up to the hills. What is the hill? The hill is your need. The hill is your dream. The hill is your desire to be better than what you are. And you don't achieve those desires and dreams by lifting your head up and staring at those dreams. You climb. You climb them. Why? Because you are the mountain climber. You are a plain grazer, a trailblazer. You realize that when you look so inward into religion, every single thing religion taught you is to downgrade yourself, to downsize yourself, and to mess you up. Put you constantly in the spot of disadvantage where you begin to ask for what you are and need approval of others to become you. The I am is not Yahweh. For if the I am is Yahweh, then I am is a murderer, is an infant killer, is a liar, is a jealous person, a temperamental person, a slaughter, a killer. The I am is partial. If this I am is Yahweh. If you look up to Jesus as your I am, then the I am is susceptible to anger and erratic behavior. For this I am will not hesitate to call people generations of snakes and brood of vipers. And this I am, unfortunately, is an individual with very short lifespan. If your I am is Jesus, then your I am is a magician who would rather turn water to wine to flabbergast people for a moment, who would rather give them a bread and mock them and taunt them later. I remember reading in the book of John when this Jesus was painted so perfectly awesome as a person who is passionate about humanity. And one spot say, I can't send them away without them eating. And he gave them bread, right? Did you read that part of your Bible? And the second day, the people came to him in the wilderness and they said, you did not come because of me. You came because of bread. I won't give it to you. An attention seeker, an erratic person, one who is happy today, sad tomorrow, emotionally imbalanced person should not be your I am. A definition of I am should be what you can be and what you are. If Allah is I am, then what kind of I am is that? And I am, who can say, I am the one who sanctioned child bride marriage. I am the one who sanctioned jihad. I am the one who sanctioned my followers to forcefully take over territories. I am the one who will constantly relegate women behind. If these are your definition of I am, you need to check again. If those are what you have ever been taught as I am, then there's a problem somewhere else. And you are not trustworthy because these are manifestation of evils amongst us. Sometimes you realize that even you can do better than these called I ams. Even you can do better than the so called the I ams. I am beautiful. I am a spirit being. I am sufficient. I am powerful. I am a father. I am not just a father, I am a good father. I am a good mother. I am not saying what I am saying because of faith. I am telling you what I am. Until mankind can confidently speak of themselves in that regard, and through that, there will not be any physical manifestation of your spiritual extent. Until mankind come to terms that they are the miracle they are seeking, they will not be able to experience a city without mourning, pain, sorrow, crying, tears that they so much desire. The question of I am is a booster of confidence through the act of taking responsibility. You don't say, I will become a good citizen. You say, I am a good citizen. But before you can say you are, we would have seen it. People have to remind you of who they are because they are not what they say they are. People have to remind you of who they are because they are not what they say they are. There is a need for you to keep telling someone that you are the king of your village because you are not truly the king of your village. Why? A king is known by the air of royalty around him. Before you can say, I am good, we would have felt that you are good. The reason why mankind find it difficult to step into the platform of saying, I am sufficient, is because they lack content. I am take you back into the spot of doing your own homework. A man who need to remind the spouse that I am the husband of this home. is not a good husband. A person who needed to say, don't you know that I am your wife? There's something wrong somewhere. If your children need to remind you that, hey, daddy, mommy, you know we are your children, something is wrong. Whenever someone need to rub it on your face that they are this and that, check very well. They are not what they say they are. Remember that I am is a statement that is complete. It's a statement that should never be made. People know who you are by what you have become. People know who you are by what you have become. If you need to now create a platform, a gathering to remind people or introduce what you are capable of to people, that means you are not found in the place of execution. This is the other level of his teaching. It may be difficult for some people. Who you truly are is seen by what you have become, not by what you say. Who you truly are is seen by what you have become, not by what you say. Those who really know who they are spend less time talking about it and the whole of their lifetime being it. This is why people, when they see you do some things outrageous and very, they say you are not a human being. That's because being human is a process. It is such a process that you don't need to tell people that you are human being. How you be, see, that you are male or female, walking on your two legs, having vagina, having penis, does not qualify you as a human being. Humanity is an execution of duty. People don't become human beings by title or what they say or trying to identify themselves as human beings. We naturally know how human beings behave. People know who is an animal. Even amongst us human, we know some people are beasts. So you realize that for you to now remind us that you are a human being, it's either you are in the spot of disadvantage or you are trying to rub something on our face. That you are a female or a male does not qualify you to be a human being. You can speak the language of human the way I do, but you are not human enough. This is why the concept of Godship does not need evangelism or propagation. The concept of Godship start and end in living as God. Whoever come across a God will never deny that encounter. It is impossible for you to come across a God, a person who have stepped into his or her Godship, and they now need to still tell you that, do you know that I'm a God? No, you will be the one to feed them back. At that point, they don't need your approval or accolade. They already knew who they are and they are what they are. They have stepped into what they are. it becomes a very elementary spot for us to now debate on what we are, when we should become who we are. How are you living? Is it intentionally? Are you living as what you claim to be? You would not need to introduce yourself about what you are, or who you are. People will figure it out. It takes a God that is filled up with hatred to come and say that is the God of love. Hmm? God in the sky, the Yahweh, needed to raise army of crusader to tell you through manslaughter that he is the God of love. Why? There's something Yahweh is hiding. He is a God of war, not of love. The characteristics of a liar is in introducing himself to you over and over again as a means of covering up what he truly is. Whenever you meet a person in life and they are so full of who they are so busy telling you over, some of them even forgot that they have told you they went to Harvard, that some of them have forgotten they told you the story. They now tell you the same thing like 3 times, 4 times. When you meet them, they exhibit the characteristics of Yahweh. He needed to write over and over again that his own mercy endureth forever. How merciful is Yahweh? You can see Yahweh is hiding stuff. You need a God of battle to introduce himself to you as a God of peace. If Allah was truly peaceful, he would not need an army to propagate how peaceful he is. So the concept of the I am is not what you introduce yourself to people as, is what people know by what you have become. Before you say, I am happy, have you become happy? Or you're waiting for me to make you happy? Before you say, I am satisfied, are you truly enjoying satisfaction? For what you are currently enjoying does not need explanation. People just know that you are satisfied. What you are and who you have become does not need the language of humankind to be known. It is like an aura. You can buffer it, you can stream it, you can broadcast it without words. African spirituality taught us that we must first of all preserve ourselves before we can start thinking of preserving others. The first law of nature is self-preservation. It is in your own satisfaction that you can satisfy others. It is in your own happiness that you can share with others. It is in the forgiveness you have given to yourself that you can afford others. Some of you are forgiving people, but you have not forgiven yourself. So the question is, who is this I am? It is a question that comes with freedom and liberty for you to fill in the gap. Who is this I am? Who, I ask you, over 80 of you listening to me right now, who is this I am? Who is this I am? It's a question you can type across to me. Who is this I am? For me, I would say, I am the I am. And the day I took the responsibility to become me to myself, my life became better. So I did not need to wait for him to touch my life with his hand so that my life can change. I don't need to wait for him to touch my life with his hand for my life to become a brand new. I don't need him to touch my life with his hands for my life to change. I change my life by myself. I redefine who I want to be. I touch my life by myself and my life change. I touch my life by myself. My life become a new one. Oh yes, I touch my life by myself and my life change. How are you touching your life? How are you touching your life? People who do not have confidence in self cannot touch where it matters the most in them. You say, are we teaching atheism here? We are not teaching atheism. We are teaching God concept and that you are that God. When you encounter issues in life and you go to pray, you are zoned responsibility to someone else. When you encounter issues in your life and you go for crusade, you are simply saying you are not fit to live. You are simply saying you should be a non living thing. You are simply saying the sand of the sea are better than you. Challenges don't come to dead bodies. Challenges don't come to dead people. It comes to humankind. And if God is there and allow challenges to come to you, why should you run to the same God to take away the challenges? What point is he trying to prove? What point is God trying to eradicate by sending challenges to you? And so when these challenges come, you begin to now say, touch my life with your hands so that my life can change. Your life will not change except you want to experience the change of APC. And you know what happened when APC changed, hammer you. It's high time you started saying, I will not lift my eyes to the hill. I will put my feet on the hill and climb it over. I will look at this mountain and I will surmount it. I will look at this desire and I will achieve it. I will look at this dream and I will take it on. I will look at myself and I will become the best version of me every day. I will not find what to bow to. I will bow only to my goodness and my bad character. I will bow only to the extent of good I can do and the extent of evil that I can perform. I would only bow to my beginning and my ending. And these are not things that is in the hand of any God out there. If I started it, I will finish it. That is the only time you have a focused eyes. Your eyes become single within you. And that right between you, you begin to see the solution. So touch your life with your life. Touch your life with your hands. Touch your life with your thought. Touch your life with your mind so that your life can change. Touch your life with your mind. Touch your life with your thoughts. Touch your life with your mouth. Touch your life with your words so your life can turn a brand new. Touch your life by yourself so that it can change. I tell you this in rounding up. You can start putting your question. Baba Gbaniregun Orunmila, ọkùnrin kúkúrú òkè ìgbẹ̀tì, told us a certain story. I must have said this before also. Of a certain man. His name is Amukon. Amukon. Uh, Amukon is a drunk. He likes to drink palm wine to stupor. And Amukon has a wife. This wife always pick quarrels with him. And at the point, he promised his wife, please don't leave me. I will make amends. I will change. Just bear with me a little. And the wife said, this last time, I don't want you drinking. He said, okay. What Amukon said to himself was that I will make my home and keep my wife. Amukon, all this while, has been blaming every force of nature for his inadequacy. Amukon will go to sleep with a woman outside and say it's the devil's work. Amukon will work from morning till night, 30 days, take his salary and say it is by the special grace of God. Be careful of those who do things by the special grace of God. They will ruin your life by the inspiration of Satan. Because God and Satan are two sides of a coin. There is no one without the others. I say again, be careful of those who do things to you or do things for you in the name of God. They will soon come back in the name of devil to ruin your life. Amukon wanted to fix his home, and until his wife said, I'm going to take a walk. If you don't change this character. And one day he said, I want to take my life in my hands. And the first thing that Amukon was inspired by is to stop mingling with his friends. After that, he stopped passing by the palm wine joint. Look at what he did. The solution has always been inside of him until he decided, until he realized, until he chose to be the one who brings solution to that problem. The problem persists. And the moment he decided to say, to fix this marriage is in my grasp, the inspiration to fix it did not come. The inspiration is not coming from outside. It's already in him. So one day, Amukon said, my friends are really counting me at work. They said I'm a woman rapper and blah, 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 blah. See, when you want to hear what people say, you can as well just live by their code of conduct. Once you step into that realm, you are a nobody. So Amukon one day said, okay, 1 or 2 wine will not be so bad. I won't get drunk. Let me go. Your greatest error, mistake in life is to accept other people's definition about you. So when people come to me and say, Baba Yooba, I like your wisdom. Baba Yooba, you are so intelligent. Baba Yooba, if I'm laughing or I'm smiling and I'm saying thank you, does not mean I'm believing you. Ẹnu tẹ́ ẹ fi pàdé egun, ẹ fi padà pàdé ògún mọ́ èèyàn àbìdí yànyàn. Ọmọ aráyé àbìdí yeye. Má jẹ́ kẹ́ tàn mí pa. Mi ní jẹ́ kẹ́ tàn mí pa, mi ò ń tanra mi. If I choose to say intelligence is in me, that's because I'm the one who said it, not because you said it. The moment what people say increases your ego or affects your complex issue, you are a nobody. You have simply handed over the password or the key to your own home in the hand of others. Do not complain that you were boggled. Amukon decided to say a few drink, and he went with his friend. And by the time the few drink was over, he was drunk. His wife looked for him, couldn't find him and all, and went to bed. And then Amukon was coming home, staggering. Why? The same friends who convinced him to take few drinks, they didn't wait for him to go. They didn't take him home. His security and safety was solely dependent on him. If you allow people influence you, the repercussion of it, you will bear it. If you live according to the divination of other people for your life, it is you that will get to the wrong destination. Trust human being. They will leave you behind. On his way home, staggered into a gutter, and he had a bruise cut on his head. He sustained injury. Káwa imagine ṣàfihàn ayé o. When we not sustain injury, that would be too much to heal. And so Amukon went home. When Amukon went home, he quickly went to the bathroom, looked at himself, his wife sleeping, and tried to put a bandage on. He was looking at himself. He thought he was putting a bandage on. He was actually putting a bandage on. Amukon was looking at himself in the mirror and putting a bandage on himself on the mirror. And so he felt he has managed everything and he went to bed. The following morning, his wife woke up. You drank again. And he swore with every idol, every ancestor, all the gods, that he did not drink. Me, drink. No, I did not drink. No, I didn't test. I promise you I didn't tell. Once you allow people define you to you, you will spend the rest of your life explaining yourself to others. I say it again. Once you allow people define who you are to you, you will spend the rest of your life explaining yourself to others. No, I didn't drink. I didn't drink. I didn't drink. And the wife grabbed him and said, follow me. When they got to the bathroom, Amukon realized that he's a fool. Why? Because in his state of drunkenness, he thought that he is the person in the mirror. And what he did was to apply the bandage on the mirror. Amukon applied bandage on the image of himself that he sees on the mirror instead of his own self or himself. That's what happened when you stumble into situation of life and you have allowed people to explain to you that Jesus is God, that Yahweh is God, that Allah is God. What you do is to keep putting bandage on the image of yourself on the mirror instead of using the bandage to cure yourself. The bandage here is your common sense. The bandage here is always in your possession. The bandage here is your ability to look at situation of life and approach them as befitting. The bandage here is your own opportunity to sit back and re-evaluate the situation and do what is right by time. Whenever you look up to Jesus as the author and finisher of your faith, you will truly be finished indeed. Whenever you put your hand in the hand your life in the hand of Allah, you are putting bandage on the mirror instead of yourself. Whenever you allow anybody to give you a definition of who you are, ọjọ́ náà ló dá Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ o. The Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ in my language are chronic fools. When they call you Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́, is someone that uses the mucus that's coming from their nose, mixing it with pap and drinking it as a meal. Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ẹ ò ní gbégbé ayé Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ o. Ẹ ò ní báráyé fọwọ́ tì. Ẹ ò ní ṣòṣì bí ẹran aṣẹ́wó. Ẹ ò ní forí burúkú ṣayọ̀yọ̀. Ẹ ò ní sọ́pọ́lọ́nù kẹ́ ẹ wá máa tòṣì káàkiri. Àbọ̀rúbọyè o, àbọ̀yè pọ̀ ṣiṣẹ́. With these few words of mine in this teaching, under the subject of understanding spirituality, if you are having what is called the simplest form of mindset, you already know who is the I am. The next time people ask you, who are you? You only need to tell them, I am what I choose to say I am. And I can say what I am by what I am becoming. Would you go out there and become a solution provider, irrespective of the fact that you practice African spirituality? Would you go out there and solve every single bumps, every single barricade before you? Would you go out there and put your feet on the mountain, on that hill, instead of looking up to it? Would you rather go out there and take charge of your life? The ancestors are expecting so much through you. If they must be relevant, if they must continue to become a source of inspirations to their descendants, it starts with you. It starts with what you do with what you are becoming. Kẹ́ ẹ má gbégbé ayé Amukon mẹ́kọ̀ọ́ o. Kẹ́ ẹ má padà dápọ̀dà. Kẹ́ ẹ má padà dòpònú. They say the sky is big enough for birds to fly. How much height would you gain? How much altitude? How much distance would you cover? How much life would you change? How much love would you share? How much people will you care for? How much wisdom and knowledge would you give out? How much help would you reel out? How much God would you become? It is all in your hands. Start with knowing who you are. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Thank you very much for listening to this broadcast today. If you have questions, I'll be waiting here for 1 or 2 minutes for you to raise your question. And then we can call it a day. You're welcome back to the program. Should you have any question at all that you want to ask, this is a time for you to have your own say. We are looking at how to bring on a situation where you can make phone call into the program in the nearest future, where you can call into the program either through a WhatsApp or through a Telegram, um, to be able to be actively part of the program, make your own contribution, live contribution, and also ask a question live. And if you have one or two things to also teach us, you'll be able to do that. I'm suspecting that today is not a day where people ask questions. There's no much question today. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just call it a day. Do me a favor, share this with your friends and family, put it on their inboxes. It won't take them much time. And then because it's an audio broadcast, it's easy for you to listen to them either in your bathroom, either on your television, either in your radio, or you can plug in your effort and remind yourself of who you are, remind yourself of what you are, remind yourself of what you can become and what you should become. Constantly make sure also that you carry your children along because you don't want them to suffer what you have suffered. This is what religion should have taught you. But because of their own selfish interest, wanting to milk you, commercialize spirituality, they have failed humanity. We are here to make the truth as plain and simple before people. You should not be dependent on anyone for you to become all that you want to become. Oruka Mini Baba Yoba, and I really love you to follow me on all my social media. You can follow me on Clubhouse. Clubhouse, I think I got on Clubhouse. It's been interesting so far. At Baba Yoba on Clubhouse, at Baba Yoba on Clubhouse. Go right there now and follow me on Clubhouse. Um, we are building community there too. You can also chat me on my Telegram at Baba Yoba on Telegram. Go to your Telegram app and send me a message if you are in need of consultation or you want to have a counseling session with me. You can decide to book a physical counseling session or a virtual counseling session. It comes with a price, actually. You should also be part of our spirituality hub. African Spirituality Hub is scrolling right below the screen right now. African Spirituality Hub is where we build family together. We have our people in United Kingdom, in North America, in all part of Africa, coming together every single time, having their beautiful fun time and bonding because we are all with God. And we would like you to also be part of our physical family. But first, you have to be part of African Spirituality Hub. And if you have been deleted at one point in time because you are not interacting, because you don't have a good you don't have your real photo on your profile, or you don't use a name that we can recognize you with, you can resend a message to me privately for it to be removed when you know you can follow the rules and regulation that governs the African Spirituality Hub. Don't forget that we have acquired 3 acre landmass upon which we have our Oke Orisha, a huge mountain of over 200 feet above the sea level, where you can come for your veneration, have your isolation, have your, your spiritual quarantine, and also, meditate and all that. It's right there in the city of Ibadan or your state. We are doing a lot to make sure that we survive this age of Pisces and move along with the generation coming into the age of Aquarius. You can also follow us on Instagram and also on Facebook, Baba Yoba everywhere. You see the logo, it's right there before you. Once you see the logo, then it is me. But if anybody chat you or send message to you and say that they are acting in my capacity and they are sent by your ancestors to you to come and do this and that, be very sure that it's not me. I will never chat you first to come seek divination with me. We were like, "Wa babalawo, babalawo ewanya." And if you are coming also to seek divination, please come correct. Come with your sanity. Don't come and cause trouble. I know African people like trouble a lot. We are doing our best to make sure that we do community outreach every month. Every month, we feed over 500 children in our Orisha community, and this comes at the cost of our donation. You can visit africanspiritualityhub.com, africanspiritualityhub.com, to become a member of our community on that website, and then you see a place for you to make your donation. This money is going into building infrastructure for these children, where we are going to be teaching them traditional, cultural, and African indigenous languages, at least 4 or 5, 6 of them from different zones. We are going to also be erecting the wellness center for people to come for free medication, where we are going to be using 70% herbal medicine according to Africa's ancestors' teaching, and 30% orthodox medicine from the West. All the medication and prescription there will be free of charge for the people in that community, or whoever can make it to that community. We also want to have a level playing ground for our children, where they can learn, eat comfortably. We are erecting a food bank in the Orisha community below the feet of the mountain, where the children can come and get a very good nutrition every month, every single month. We hope that you'll be part of this particular dream that we got. If the ancestors are here, this is what they will do. This is what they have inspired us to do in this dispensation. And that is how we are truly human. This is who we are, sharing what we've got with one another. And the next time someone say, "Who are you?" you can boldly tell them that I am compassionate, I am a provider, I am a giver, I am a lover, I am a savior, I am God. Aboruboyo, Aboye Boshishe. Thank you for joining today. See you next week, Thursday, the same time, 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Ireo.